Hey, your man Underwood back here, True to the Game videos. I'm going to be talking about a type of game master in this video, and a game mastering style, the fumbler. Now what the fumbler is often the fumbler is a great game master. Great ideas, great plans, great game that sucks you in and envelops you, and 3 game sessions later the game's done. Not finished, not complete story, nothing like that. It's just done. There's some grand trauma the fumbler has, one after another, year after year, game after game. You're sitting there with uncompleted characters. You have quests that are not finished. You have stories that will never be completed. And of course the fumbler generally once whatever trauma they have is gone, or whatever distraction they have is gone, they want to start something else. Never want to return to the same sort of game. Fumblers drive me absolutely insane. If it's a bad fumbler, it's fine because I was probably going to dip on that game anyway. But if the game is quality and they drop the ball on it, it's very, very annoying to me. I've played with quite a few fumblers over the years, and it's very frustrating because you don't have that sense of completion. For me, I like to experience the story. That's the real win for me in terms of being a role player. Experience the story and get to express all the different psychological elements of my character. I don't want to play them for 2 game sessions, have all these ideas built up, and then it's done. Now if someone proposes, okay, we're going to do a story arc, it's going to be 2-3 game sessions and it's going to wrap, that's okay. That's not really my favorite thing to do. I like it to play longer. But if you get to have that completion instead of just dangling there dead in space, that's a game mastering style that I really don't like, as it leaves me very frustrated in having spent, I spend a lot of time as I'm a meticulous planner in terms of what I'm going to make, because I'm typically the guy that runs the game. So when I get a chance to play, I try to take it as seriously as possible so I can get my max fun out of expressing as much out of that character as I can. As many different psychological aspects as I can wrap up into the character, and then all the various different way the character is created, to try to really have a good time with it. And so I like to spend a lot of time, and then those plannings come to naught when dealing with the fumbler. I wonder how many of you out there have played with fumbling game masters. What you think about that? If you are a fumbling game master, what you might like to say in defense of that sort of style, or an explanation. And I'm talking about not somebody like legitimately. That could happen to anyone. There could be a problem with the game, with the gaming group, with anything. But I'm talking about the guy that has a great game idea, it dies. A great game idea dies. Great game idea dies over and over and over again in a pattern for years. I've dealt with several of them. I know several of them, to the point I don't even bother with their games anymore, because all it's going to be is that lack of fulfillment in terms of, and then they'll even tell you afterwards, oh, I had this idea. It's like, well, that's great ideas, dude. Why even tell me that? Oh, I come up with those. No, just, how about we just finish that game? You clearly remember everything. I remember what I was doing. No. So that sort of style is one that I find very frustrating and very annoying. I wonder how many of you have played with them. I'd like to hear your comments below. Of course, I always appreciate your comments, and I like to engage you back in those. So I look forward to hearing what you have to say about that. And to Rain, this is my 3rd battle map. This isn't even anything remotely to do with a role-playing game product. It's something I found somewhere in a flea market or thrift store or something, and it was in a big lot of toys. I have another one of them upstairs, wrapped up and sealed. I let my son play with that one, and of course this one too, probably, and it's just a little bit older. At 3.5, something like this is just probably not too interesting to him. But you can see the bones on there, the walls, doors. So I just kind of configure different things around there for like courtyard fights, or for monster layers underground or something of that nature. And I've used this one as well as the other 2 that I showed you in the previous videos. So I'd like to hear your comments on the fumbler and what you think about this sort of game mastering style, and if it annoys you as much as it annoys me.